We have some. Okay, we're getting some breaking news, and Mayor Karen Bass expected to sign a proclamation to rename the last Monday of March from Cesar Chavez Day to Farm Workers Day. Let's go ahead and listen in.
I'm very proud to be standing here today with these remarkable leaders of our city council. We're all here to honor the generations of farm workers and organizers who have fought for civil rights and advanced the labor movement for decades. I just have to tell you personally, I grew up as a child admiring the farm worker movement. I didn't think I was ever going to eat grapes again because my family boycotted grapes. Cesar Chavez, I had the honor of meeting once, and I thought it was the opportunity of a lifetime. When I think about the leadership and what I heard, the painful news from the sister that I admire so much, Dolores Huerta, my heart broke for what she went through. The fight of the farm workers, their struggle and their victories inspired all of us. That's why, on behalf of the City of Los Angeles, I'm proud to introduce and sign a proclamation today to rename the last Monday of March as Farm Workers Day. I also want to share that I've been in touch with the Chavez family, and they support our decision to rename this holiday. This March 30th and every last Monday of March moving forward will provide an opportunity for Angelenos to reflect on how the struggle of farm workers has elevated working people everywhere. Prior to that movement, I don't think anybody thought about the plight of farm workers. Even today, as our climate changes, the idea of people dying in those fields from heat and their struggle that continues to inspire me knows and reinforces the notion that when you organize, no matter who you are, we win. It reminds us that no matter the odds, no matter the obstacle, we can build a better lives for ourselves, for our city, and for our country. So I want us to remember that while we go through this difficult period. The plight and the struggle of the farm workers continues on, and we will honor that. But we are going to have to take a look at a variety of things, including the naming of holidays, of buildings, of streets, all of that. But let me take this opportunity now to introduce one of those leaders from our city council, Councilwoman Monica Rodriguez.
Thank you, Mayor Bass. Excuse me. It's been, as you indicated, it has been a very heavy and difficult 48 hours. As a daughter of Mexican immigrants, whose father actually spent time in the fields as a young man, many of our communities, many of our families know the struggle and the fight for the respect and the dignity of the work that they offer in this country every day, to feed the people of this country every day. This fight and this moment was more than just about one man. It was about a community and several communities that were equally committed in seeking the respect that they deserved. Sadly, these struggles still continue as we see the assaults that that our community continues to be subjected to. I want to thank you, Mayor Bass. Your history in the movement for justice across our communities is one that has been deeply aligned with our Latino community, with the Filipino community that was equally part of the origination in this fight for justice in the Central Valley. And we can't forget that. This is a very difficult time for all of us. And the reckoning is real, and it's palpable. We all feel it. But I look forward to anyone who engages in similar egregious acts in history, that the reckoning exhibits itself to anyone else that it also applies to in leadership, that it applies equally. I appreciate that my community has the integrity and the strength to reckon with these new revelations in a very expedient way. And as we do in Los Angeles, we lead by example. And that's what this moment reflects. But we honor the integrity and the strength of the people that are involved in this fight for justice. I am proud to be the daughter of Mexican immigrants, for a community that shows up every day to be of service and to be positive contributors to what makes this country great. We are all hurting right now. We feel the pain. We feel the pain of the victims and those of us inspired by this movement. But the movement has not expired. The movement continues, and our fight for justice continues, and it will be exemplified with every act and action that we take here in this city and every other city across this state. So I want to thank everybody that's been involved in helping to hold each other up in this moment. I want to thank the farm workers who have continued to show up every day for our communities and continue to be the leaders and the tip of the spear of the example of who we are. And I look forward to the reckoning that will occur for anyone who commits an egregious act equally. This is not for one community to bear alone. And so I would like to offer some remarks in Spanish. Para honrar la justicia, debemos ser honestos con nuestra historia, aunque la verdad sea dolorosa. Nuestra misión es proteger a los más vulnerables, romper el silencio y defender la dignidad de todos. Yo sé que tenemos mucho dolor hoy en nuestra comunidad y es importante que saber que la lucha sigue. Somos una comunidad que tenemos la fuerza y el poder para seguir adelante. ¿Qué pasó? Es muy difícil para nosotros, yo sé, pero también yo sé que en nuestra comunidad vamos a seguir adelante y vamos a continuar a celebrar la contribución de los campesinos que está sirviendo a nuestra comunidad y Estados Unidos cada día, haciendo la trabajo. Y es un ejemplo que nuestra comunidad somos un parte de este país y que hacemos el trabajo que nadie quiere hacer. Pero quiero dar las gracias a la alcaldesa Vaz para hacer este cambio. Somos juntos aquí porque somos juntos en la justicia para nuestras comunidades que están afectadas de todo lo que está pasando. Muchísimas gracias. Oh, and now it's, I'd like to invite my colleague, Councilmember Padilla from the 6th Council District.
So good morning, everyone. It is a very, as mentioned, it's been a very heavy last 48 hours. As a Mexican American, I am incredibly saddened. As a former community organizer who highly respected Mr. Cesar Chavez's tactics, and as someone whose books and literature I used to read and study and utilize in my own work, I'm devastated, very devastated. But more than anything, these revelations today are something that has deeply disturbed me, disgusted me, and probably disappointed me, given the details and the allegations, because it shows that we have a larger issue with what it means to be a person in power. My heart is with Dolores Huerta and the brave women who have come forward to share their experiences. Speaking out takes a lot of courage, and their voices deserve to be heard, believed, and supported, regardless of how much time has passed. And we must stand firmly with the survivors and ensure that they are met with dignity, protection, and justice. No one, especially women and children, should have to endure the abuse and silence for so many years and wait decades to be heard. When things like that happen, individuals should feel like they have people that could support them and believe them immediately, regardless of the people that are in power that might be affected. We have a collective responsibility to do better, to build systems and communities that center around safety, accountability, and respect. Our commitment to protecting women and children must be unwavering. We have to be a better generation with that. Solidarity is not just about words, but action, accountability, and willingness to confront hard truths to prevent future harms. And I hope that from this is the main thing that we get, is that we have to create a better future around these topics. We're here today because advocacy, and also to emphasize that advocacy and the labor rights movement was started decades ago, and it's larger than just one person. It was about many people. So it's always been about carrying forward their strength, their sacrifice, and their collective action for what they wanted to improve in their workforce, not just allowing one person to do whatever they wanted and not be held accountable. So I want to bring attention to the men and women who marched and fought for decades so that our community could be treated with the dignity that they deserve. To remember that these are the people who feed everyone in this country when they're at dinner and breakfast and lunch and enjoying restaurants. Also, I want to highlight the Filipino community who were deeply involved in large numbers of farm worker movements and also deserve to be uplifted and recognized for pushing to help this movement forward. So this Monday, I hope that that's really what it is that we are thinking about. So to women, again, like Dolores Huerta and so many others who devoted their lives to advocating for labor rights and who continue to advocate for those who cannot advocate for themselves, we will remember that this is what we really should be thinking about in our remembrance, to stay grounded in the values of advocacy, accountability, and transparency as we fight for labor rights. So from this day forward, we must lead with that understanding and reflect on how power needs to be checked. So thank you, Mayor Bass, for putting this together. I look forward to figuring out how we collectively work to heal these ills and continue to talk about the greater movement as a whole. And now in Spanish,